First question. What one person helped you become the person you are today?
For the last 25 years, I think it's pretty clearly my wife, Ursula, who's, those of you who know her know she's opinionated and will tell you so, and has helped me through argument and discussion shape my thinking a lot. But along with her, there's not one. My teachers, my friends, my colleagues, teachers, friends. I'm social. I think you know that. Mm-hmm. And if you're social and you're working with people, co-authors in particular, Biddle, Gage, if you work with people, if you live in their houses, you're asking to be shaped in a way. You're entering into relationships, and so lots of people have shaped me, and I'm very proud of the friends and colleagues and co-authors I have that they had influence on me, and hopefully I had some influence on them.
What inspires you?
People who try to remind us of our better angels. Marion Wright Edelman, Jonathan Kozol, a whole host of people. Ralph Nader when he wasn't being a jerk. But people who have tried to remind us of what we can be, that inspires me. I wish I had more of a public platform to remind people about the schools and why they're there and what a democracy needs. And people like that, I just marvel that they've devoted so much of their life to the public good. And I always think our country can be much better than it is. So that's what inspires me.
That's excellent. What do you find uninspiring?
And not changing. It's uninspiring. It's scary not to change what you do, your work, the areas of interest. What's uninspiring is doing the same thing over and over. I've kind of moved my career in different patterns, and I think that's really healthy. And I'm glad I don't do the same stuff I did 20, 30 years ago. I think I would bore myself.
Okay. What is your favorite word?
Giggle. I love to make little children giggle, and I'm good at it. That's what my kids remember. It's such a funny word, giggle. But when you see teachers giggle with their kids, that was one of the descriptors. I remember I was coding a teacher, and I said she giggled with her kids. And there's something about not just laughter, but giggling. And that's a wonderful word. I like that word.
That's great.
See, you're giggling.
I'm giggling. What is your least favorite word?
I don't think I have one. I don't. A tridents would be no, because none of us want to hear no. But I don't know.
Okay. What is your favorite curse word?
Shall I say it?
Is he going to do it? What do you think?
Well, you can always edit it out. I grew up in New York. Is my favorite word. Okay, and as I reached high school and hung around with black kids, we brought in the family, and well, it's true. It's true. So then it was. But I was also in a Jewish neighborhood, and that was the secular term. The inside the neighborhood, probably schmuck.
Schmuck.
Everyone was a schmuck.
Okay, what's your second favorite curse word? No, I'm totally kidding. We can go on with this one for hours.
I do have a long list, as my wife will testify to.
Okay, what is your favorite movie and why?
Oh, A Picnic at Hanging Rock. I thought that was the most wonderful movie I've ever seen. I saw it. I don't usually see movies over. I think I saw that 3 or 4 times. It was beautiful. It was mysterious. It was sexual. It was a magic movie. I thought, and I can't remember the director's name. It was his first major hit, and he went on to direct lots of other movies. But I just thought that was a terrific.
We'll have to rent that. I've never heard of it.
Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's an Australian movie. Wonderful.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
When I was dean, I went down to the legislature one day and met with some people who were yelling at me to put more phonics in our program. And I remember coming home and saying, I didn't know how stupid some of them are. and I said, I could have done this. I could have been running the state. So after that meeting, I always thought I really should get into politics, but I was a little too old and I enjoy what I do so much. So politics would be something I should have done earlier. I think I would have been good at it and helped make the legislation.
As Dean would say, it's never too late.
Never
85
too late.
years old, superintendent of instruction for Arizona, that'd be great. What profession other than your own would you not like to attempt?
Oh, that's easy. Early in my career as a psychologist, I did family counseling. I was the trainee family counselor. And the woman would come in and cry, and I'd cry with her. And the man would come in and cry, and I'd cry with him. And then they'd come in together, and we'd cry together. And I thought, I wouldn't be a family counselor for anything, and I wouldn't be a family lawyer for anything, or a psychologist working with families. That's just heartbreaking. That's maybe why their suicide rates are so high. That's tough stuff. I wouldn't do that.
No. If you could tell President Obama one thing, what would it be?
Oh, I had that thought yesterday. He's using I too much. I'm fighting this war. My Secretary of Education, it's not his, it's mine too. And I resent it. We put him in office to represent us. And he's talking like these people are his. The Attorney General is mine. I gave him the right to appoint him, but he's mine, and we confirmed him through other means. I wish he'd stop saying I. It really caught me off guard yesterday when he was talking about, I have this water fight, I have this banking crisis, I have this auto crisis, and we have those.
That's great. If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
John Dewey. When I was a graduate student, I was supposed to read a lot of Dewey, and I didn't. And, and I read kind of the classic comics versions of John Dewey. He's impossible to read, and I learned that quickly, and I was busy, and I didn't want to learn him, and I didn't have any respect for philosophers anyway then. And about 10 years ago now, 15 years ago, on a sabbatical, maybe 2 back, I spent a lot of time reading Dewey. And the breadth, the brilliance of the person, and he's one of those people who speaks for the common good. And he speaks for research that's sensible, that's well warranted, the term I like to use. He speaks, I just think he's as brilliant as everyone thought he was, and I should have read him sooner. But I would love to have dinner with John Dewey.
Great. And last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I would hope the first thing he would say is, "Why are you late?" which would be nice. But it would be the same thing I would hope that might be on my epitaph or something. You didn't hurt many people. You helped a lot of people. Welcome. I mean, that's all anybody can do, huh?